Hello guys, and welcome back to my XRP coin news channel. Make X or P the first fully regulated cryptocurrency, ushering in rules. I want to discuss one of my favorite elements of X or P in this video that I feel is underappreciated. The movie will show how the CC is only one component of the regulatory framework for the Bitcoin company, so make sure to see it all the way through. You won't want to miss it. Many people refer to Bitcoin and Ethereum as ultrasound money, and they claim that the tokenomics of these two cryptocurrencies are the best currently accessible. There is nothing better, but, dudes, Bitcoin's supply is not declining. It has a steady supply, which is very convenient. Materials like Ethereum, meanwhile, aren't even scarce. They inevitably lead to inflation. Although you almost ever hear about it, Ethereum is continually being generated and pushed into the accessible supply. XRP actually has greater tokenomics than both of these programs. In practice, XRP results in deflation. Furthermore, XRP is constantly being removed from circulation. Recently, the 10 millionth XRP was truly destroyed, meaning that 10 million of the 100 billion XRP now in circulation have been removed and will never be replaced. This is a big concern because in order to handle this liquidity, the price of each individual XRP unit will need to rise. Each unit of XRP will need to be worth a little bit more since it is constantly being taken out of circulation to fulfill the expanding requirement for liquidity as the XRP ledger is forced to become more liquid and more value is moved to the XRP ledger. I just made this diagram to help you understand what I'm talking about. Among all of these various markets, there is XRP, a $5 trillion market for milk, a $4.5 trillion market for copper, a $40 trillion market for US stocks, a $5 trillion market for the peso, and a $4.5 trillion market for copper. These numbers today are fictitious. To make all of these markets liquid for XRP, the sum of all these XRP would need to have a value with sufficient liquidity. Even though this is merely a broad, approximate evaluation, it gives you a reasonable idea of the potential value of each individual XRP if each of these markets were to be tokenized on the XRP ledger. Therefore, to cover all of these markets, the total value or market cap of XRP would need to be $100 trillion, for the reason that doing so would require a $100 minimum for each additional XRP. And what makes that so intriguing is the fact that that is just the beginning of the equation. Let's imagine that the supply was cut in half if X or P were continually removed out of circulation. Then, everything of the liquidity we just spoke about needs to be covered quickly. Each X or P would need to be worth $100, which is double what I just told you. Each would have to be purchased for $200, because just half of the total amount of X or P is left in the calculation. It was burned. Many people assert that a market cap of $100 trillion or $200 trillion is impossible and would never materialize because this is only a very simple method to see how much value can enter this network. But you must understand that this goes beyond the market capitalization of XRP. Actually, X or P will determine the value of each and every market. Understanding the importance of these aspects is vital when appraising a network like this. Many people believe that because the market capitalization of XRP is greater than the combined values of Apple, Google, and all other significant tech companies, we could never be valued $100 trillion. The market caps of the majority of these businesses will eventually be tokenized. Nevertheless, it is challenging to equate something like XRP, a platform for tokenizing assets, with a company's equity because the networks will eventually contain the entire total worth of everything built on them. Equity is just the equity that will be deposited on one of these networks on the XRP ledger. While a single company's stock is all that it is, there is nothing else adding value to it or flowing into it, just the enterprise that equity represents. I hope this helps you understand how incredible XRP tokenomics really are. Nobody talks about them, but that only makes it easier for you to see how the price of X or P might account for all the different values we both own because I still have other things I want to talk about. Uncertainty concerning X or P is misunderstood once more severely. One of the most popular FUD claims right now is that Ripple keeps dumping X or P on retail holders. You have probably heard it before. Guys, I want you to be aware that Ripple no longer sells X or P for a profit. This is the first and most important item to remember. Ripple only occurs when a certain corporation need more X or P to aid with transfers. Allow them to use the X or P they are paying for the network by selling it to them. Only in order to assist other businesses who utilize it to increase their liquidity does Ripple ever sell XRP. Look at this, you guys. This tweet from Crypto Whale is noteworthy because it reveals that the Ethereum Foundation sold a sizable amount of Ether during the height of both the 2018 and 2021 bull markets. Little above the top, the Ethereum Foundation sold 70,000 Ethereum at the top in 2018 and 40,000 Ethereum at the peak in November of 2021, as I'll demonstrate right now. Additionally, this should not be used as an excuse by any cryptocurrency company to just dump all of its tokens at the peak. The SEC gave you a pass because of this foundation, business, cryptocurrency, or whatever name you decide to call it, on the basis that you are not functioning differently from other cryptocurrency companies. In fact, a lot of the things that have come to light are murkier than a lot of the companies that the SEC is going after. The main reason I'm showing this to you guys is because when they see the SEC case, many people assume there must be something there. Because what Furball Ripple is doing is so much worse than what everyone else is doing, it is clear that they must be involved in questionable activity. This illustrates how random the SEC technique of pursuing targets is. Whoever they decide to pursue, they will. Furthermore, it has nothing to do with Ripple's actions vs those of another party. But this shows that the SEC decided to go after Ripple for whatever reason. We'll then talk about a really fascinating reason after that. The Ethereum Foundation, on the other hand, is physically dumping Ethereum during the height of the bull runs, perfectly timing it. It is unrelated to Ripple being some dishonest or nefarious businessmen. The SEC says nothing about it. Just remember that. When FUD advocates claim that everyone sells their assets, they are not always referring to Ripple. Since I want to end this film, let me say that the vast majority of foundations out there are acting in a sketchier way than Ripple has. Additionally, this was tweeted with the hashtag #ReadFile by a digital asset investor. Folks, I wholeheartedly agree with them. Here, I'm about to show you something amazing, and I run into situations like this all the time, and I immediately came to the conclusion that perhaps everything is just a performance when I thought about the entire Ripple SEC case. Maybe the whole system was intended to give XRP clarity before there were any other cryptocurrencies. Because when you see this, guys, it's really shocking. So let's begin right away. Gentlemen, the FDIC's advisory group is known as the Systemic Resolution Advisory Committee, to the extent permitted by the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act. This committee provides advice and recommendations on a wide range of issues pertaining to the resolution of covered corporations or systemically important financial organizations. Guys, this is essentially a committee of the largest financial institutions in the world, or institutions that are too big to fail and will be crucial parts of the American infrastructure to ensure that we wouldn't allow this corporation to fail in the event of a terrible event. For the infrastructure of America, it is extremely crucial. Therefore, we will determine how to restart them. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this list of the committee members. The first person that sort of stands out is Jay Clayton, and that was back when he oversaw the SEC. That is far less intriguing. The fact that Sandy O'Connor is standing right here is what really started to startle people, though. Former Chief Regulatory Officer, J.P. Morgan, ex-Chief Financial Officer and Affairs Officer. Guys, Sandy O'Connor isn't just doing that. By chance, Sandy O'Connor is a Ripple board participant. And ladies and gents, all of this was happening as she attended the numerous meetings that were only open to financial institutions who were systemically important as a board member. By the way, who else attended these meetings? The same Jay Clayton who sued Ripple in this instance. Guys, what this shows is that this might just be a random coincidence. But this shows that Ripple is on some level regarded as a systemically important fintech company. Jay Clayton's absence from these meetings indicates that he was aware of this, proving that he was not unaware that Ripple would be important, probably brought up during these conversations. The question of whether Ripple might be regarded as a systemically important corporation in the future is raised by Jay Clayton's decision to initiate this SEC complaint against the company. It makes you wonder, guys, if this action would have ever been heard because XRP was an unregistered security. XRP takes care of this problem. No other cryptocurrency currently available on the market has this level of clarity. That actually would be a fantastic resolution to this issue. It would give XRP a market position that no other cryptocurrency can achieve in an emergency. And it would almost give the idea that the entire endeavor was an attempt to go past the law. It almost seems like this is what you would do if you wanted to be sure that something was controlled before anything else. There is no way to prove that we will never get a response that validates what happened, but that might be exactly what we are experiencing. People. Exactly. Guys, it is really strange that Sandy O'Connor, a Ripple board member at the time, attended talks concerning systemically significant corporations with the same person who sued Ripple while working for the SEC, potentially making XRP the first cryptocurrency to be regulated in the US market. Please let me know in the comment area below if you believe this to be a coincidence and whether you believe it to be the most likely cause or only a possibility. It is a possibility that I do see. In any case, I think this synchronicity is a little bit too strong to be ignored. However, please let me know what you all think. To be alerted immediately whenever a video is published on XRP News, please remember to hit the subscribe and notify buttons. You may see our other XRP history videos. In the meantime, you may catch us in the video below. See you out later. Bye.